kind, guys. I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to this live thing. I figured why not give it a shot, right? So I'm gonna give it about, I want to say, maybe 20 minutes or so to work on this track. I actually started working with a sample, and I'm working with the, what is this? This is the Korg Chronos collection out of Cubelis for some extra sounds here and there. All that's really left for me to do is to do my percussive thing, which I'm about to do in a moment. I'm just trying to get some things set up because I can't see you guys other than to stare at the phone, and I don't want to do that. How the hell do I do this? Let me show my age. All right, we're gonna do this the ghetto route. Right, and then there we go. And then there we go. And then I gotta mute that and hit live, right? There we go. So now I see some people. Ah, I see what you're saying, Alex. So I have to mirror the screen. So I'm doing this from my phone. I'm just doing a quick live. I'm actually working on the One Plus. So you won't see exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting there. Give me a moment, guys. Okay? Just treat me like an old fart and we'll keep it moving forward. Anyway, let's get into something. do this. Oh, okay, right. Because I turned those down, and we need these to be up. So now you can actually hear everything. I'm missing something. So I need to add. Why is this not playing? Hold on. Right. Okay. So I'm going to add that one. Okay. What drum kit is this? All right, so I need an 808. I have a little, I have a pack that's been sitting for forever on my drives. I need a crazy dirty kick. What does it feel like to be a producer? You do this all day long. Wrong folder. There we go. this is why I like the new machines so much, because they're fast. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to really think about what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. This doesn't mean that the older ones are bad. I like that this is so fast. Any tips on distribution? It really depends on what you're doing. Like so, for things that I release just for the hell of it, I just use DistroKid for now. Honestly, I feel like they're all kind of the same at this point. The only thing that I do different with DistroKid is I don't use Spotify at all. I tell it not to distribute anything to Spotify. The reason why is I have been in the licensing game for a minute now, and the stuff that I've put out on, I guess through DistroKid, right? What I notice happens is Spotify pays absolutely the least. Now, they they cut me well, DistroKid doesn't cut you a check until you cross $100, but they cut me a payment for $14 for over 130,000 plays on Spotify. So from that perspective, Spotify can kiss my ass, because I've already gotten paid more from the 400 views of my college dorm mixtape on YouTube. 400 views versus 137,000 plays, that doesn't make any kind of sense. So to me, it's just not worth it. But I still use it for connecting it to YouTube, well, it goes on YouTube anyway, but I put my own stuff on YouTube regardless. But I use it for getting things onto social media. So for example, I did a remix that I put out on Instagram, and it didn't pay much, but it went nuts and has like 600,000 plays, because I went to Howard University, you know, my wife and I went to Howard University, so I'm an HBCU guy. Even though I graduated from Pepperdine University for business, I went to Howard University before all of this took off. And that's where my heart is when it comes to music production. Things related to that is kind of like my vibe. So like I make a lot of like band music, club music. Like I'm a club producer. I love making music for club artists. But I've also been adjusting to doing things with more so with film and TV. So this is kind of like, this is my fun time. Like this is not the stuff you're gonna hear that goes on TV and film, because that stuff is more, what's the word? Exclusive? So there's that. As for getting things into that, that's probably a conversation for another video. I'm just gonna have some fun with this. But yeah, feel free to ask questions. Let me set these 808s up to match what I'm thinking in my head. Sounds stupid. gonna have to set the next live up when I do the next one, where you guys can hear a direct copy of the signal coming out of my SSL12, because like this is just disgusting. So this whole thing, I'm just gonna name things really quick because I'm gonna lose track of things if I don't do that. But this whole track is not a lot of stuff. It's 808. Some drum rolls. What are you? That's like kick 3. That's kick 1. Nope, that's kick 2. That's kick 1. Shout out to all the Ohio people. What up, Ghetto Styles? All right, and then what is this? Snare. Hats. With some things, let's move some things around. So for this track, it's not a lot of stuff. It's basically track 1 and 2 are the samples. I'm gonna mute everything. So this is track 1, and then track 2 is this, that bing bing bing. So these two go together, right? Let you guys in on a little bit of what I do. So track 1 and 2 are gonna go to submix 2, right? And then the choir and the pad, yeah, that thing in the background there. I'm gonna send those to submix 3. So the drums go to submix 1, and the 808 goes straight out. And there's a reason behind why I do that. The main reason is because I don't want the 808 involved in anything related to the drums. What do I mean by that? All the stuff I'm about to do to the drums, I don't want the 808 to just start screwing with it. So the 808 is actually going to get Mother Ducker, and the Mother Ducker input, which for some reason, all these tracks have it for some reason. You need to remove those. Let's remove this. That one doesn't need it either. All right, so kick 1 is going to trigger Mother Ducker. Let me just look at the pattern. Yeah, that sounds right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is turn it down just a little bit so it can control the 808 just a little bit. That way they can ride together. you're getting is basically like the boom comes right after that kick. And because you want them to be together, but I want you to feel the kick and then vibe with the 808 right afterwards. Like rather than like the two of them hitting each other at the same time and it just sounds like crap. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to feel. That's about right. What's up, Brian Tucci? How you doing? So then for the drums, like I said, the drums go to submix 1. So we're gonna deal with that first. In submix 1, see, I don't want to tell you everything I do, but submix 1, I can control the the drums a little bit better. And what I mean by that is after I mix it some, that 808 is so unnecessary right now. Okay, so I need you to go up. So check this out. That kick, we don't need to feel that kick. We just need to hear that kick. So I'm going to put a filter on it. Right? And then the other one, which was this one, I want to feel that kick. Yep. And then the main kick, I also want to make sure you feel it, but I don't want it to clash with the other kick. So I roll off some of the low end on that kick as well. And I boost some of the mid-range, and I use the high shelf like an air band. So what happens is if I mute all the other stuff, there we go. So when we bring 808s back in, they don't clash. Okay, how do I get this to continue? Sorry, the wife is telling me what I need to take care of for tonight real quick. So I'm back on. All right, so here we go. Can you guys hear me now? Said you lost audio. Yeah, my wife called real quick. You know, when the boss calls, you got to shut the hell up and listen. You know what I mean? So if you want to stay married and have a happy life, keep your wife happy and shut the hell up. So for the choir, and I'm just like lazy mixing, I'll be honest with you. I'm not being so detailed on the things I would do, but like I'm using Flavor Pro on the choir. Yeah, there you go. And don't be afraid to do unusual things. Like I'll stack like multiple Flavor Pros on top of each other. So I found that I like that sound, but I don't like where it's going. So what I'm going to do is send it over to a send, to a return, I should say. And in the return, I'll add Flavor Pro there. So which one did I send it to? Send it to 4. So Flavor Pro on 4. And I was going for the gramophone. So I got the creamy on one and the gramophone on the other. doing too much with this. I'm just kind of having fun with it. And I haven't set any of the EQs or anything. So maybe we should probably adjust that just a little bit so everything has a little bit more balance. So let's do that real quick. And oh, gotta fix that real quick. The stand kind of slipped. Just noticed it. Here we go. So adding the PreSonus I/O station to the OnePlus, I've talked about this in a couple of videos. I like how it allows me to control some things. Like I can mute it here, I can mute the whole thing one time. I can adjust the fader if I program it. I haven't done it for this beat because you have to set up a template and I don't feel like doing all of that right now. One of the bigger benefits to the I/O station is the fact that all of these buttons can be programmed to various features in the OnePlus. But that and also the inputs, like I recorded this sample, where is the sample? So I'll mute this, you go to the sample edit, and I'll go back to the original sample. Where is it? That was recorded using this and these line preamps, mic preamps / line inputs into the OnePlus, and it sounds great. I don't mind the ones on the OnePlus, but this is just extra bonus, really, more so than anything else. I kind of wish I could use them all at the same time. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Maybe there's an update for that, I don't know. But this also gives me the ability to have a mic pre to record into the OnePlus. So I have two mic pre's that I can record directly in using my C414 into the OnePlus if I really wanted to do that. So that's kind of helpful. And the samples sound a little bit better, not much. Like not enough for me to make a huge deal out of it, but just enough for me to like be happy. And I guess, I don't know, this is literally my first time doing a live. I don't know how to do this. I'm still learning. But I think I'm gonna try to do a couple more of these throughout the month, like next month. Because I have a little bit more time next month. Not too many things planned at the moment, mostly kid stuff. So let me know if you guys like this format at all, because I don't know if this is a beneficial format or not for the genre stuff we do. I think people prefer when you just explain how things work and just set it up so we can showcase. I'm not really a huge grandstanding person, and I don't like preaching at people, so. say this. Thanks, man. I'm glad you're enjoying this. We'll say this. One thing that I noticed that a lot of people get wrong when it comes to mixing music, especially in the One Plus. Like I talked about this in one of the videos when I mentioned that your peak, and again, like I said, I know I didn't set the camera up so you could see, your peak output should never exceed 0. If you want your stuff to sound good, turn the crap down, right? Subtractive mixing is a very big skill that a lot of people skip over. They just figure, turn it up, make that shit loud. No, that doesn't work. That makes it sound like crap. So right now with the One Plus, everything is at plus 4.39 gain, which is crazy, right? I have it at 0, but that's what the output is saying. So if I really want to fix this, the simplest thing to do is to just select everything and turn it all down. And then once you have it down, you can then start bringing things up because you want to make sure that nothing is out of sorts. The 808 already sounds cleaner since I turned it down. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you got to do. And I'm just going to check the output to make sure that I have some headroom. So I'm at minus 1.5. I want more than that. So I'm going to turn it down even more. So now I'm at, good, I have -3. So this is perfect. So now I can work. And mind you, remember, the One Plus has a max volume. The volume is max. If I was plugged into here, I couldn't do much. However, I'm plugged in here, so I could turn it up. So on that one track where it's kind of like a double tone, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a delay on it because, does this have a sample delay? That is a very good question. I really like how much crap you have inside of the MPCs. Like, I know everybody talks crap about them and you know, talks all sorts of garbage about, you know, where Kai is today. But let's be honest, back when I started in 2001, you got the 2000 XL, you got no sounds whatsoever. When the 1000 came out, you got some drum kits. Now it's like you had like nothing really, like, you know, maybe 20 effects, 10, 20 effects on the One Plus. If you wanted effects on the 2000 XL, you had to buy an extra card, and it wasn't really cheap. Let's do stereo delay. I'm gonna back this off a little bit. When you got to the new machines, having all of these effects built in the box is great because it just, for me, it was like translating from Logic to here was easy because I already knew how to deal with the effects. So I can just make some adjustments and make it work. There we go. So now they're not clashing. Before they were clashing. right, so let's try some things. Let's see how this sounds if we just like play around with it. And I'm gonna cheat because why not? So let's put all the drums in one group. All the kicks, better control. Anybody else notice this? No, this is something I noticed with the One Plus. The pad triggers when I'm performing, and I don't know if it's because of the pad sizes, but the pads, sometimes I'll hit a button and I'll hit it again, and then when it does it, it'll like turn it on and off real fast. I actually have a better time controlling things on the screen when it comes to triggering the pads, which I found interesting in comparison. So I don't know if anybody else has ever noticed that. Whereas when I was doing this with the Studio 2 and the pads were bigger, I didn't have as much of an issue. It's like a minor thing. It is what it is. But anyway, let's turn these things off. Did I mute a submix? No, I didn't. See, this is the part that you now start checking things and making sure that everything is where it's supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, right. Lowered it too much. Okay. Okay, so this is here. We are loud. I need to fix a choir voice really fast. It's the Tape Boys from Cubelis. Oh, that one. There we go. Settings got thrown off. Okay. And then we come here, turn it down. Bring that back up. All right, so let's do this all over again. special, just playing around or whatever. Not bad for my first live. I hope it wasn't so bad for my first live. You know. So what are you guys doing today? Let's ask some questions. Anything you want to discuss? Got a few minutes before I have to get going again. I'll chill for a moment, just vibe out to this for a second. I might actually add some effects to those voices. Thank you. I don't like that. Oh, here's a nice little trick. So when I first started working with the One Plus, and I remember everybody, the whole trap movement, halftime, half speed, halftime. Like, we didn't really do that back in the day. We just, and I hate saying back in the day because I don't feel that old, but I mean, regardless, half speed was actually kind of an interesting little tool that I found in the One Plus and the whole MPC ecosystem. So I set it to 1/16th, and then I back off the mix. So that's off, that's on. Then, let's see. Oh, I know. I'm going to add, where is it? The talk box. The talk box is an interesting tool because you can record the automation for it, and it can play along with the voice. So I got to see if I remember how to do this. Let me see that work. No, right. I just remembered. I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna start it off. I have to go to the arrangement, I believe, and add new talk box track vowel. And then it follows Q-Link, and I think I just have to hit record. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. How do I do this again? I always forget how to do this. I'm in the right place. Nope. I can never remember how to do this. There's so much in these machines that it's really hard to like remember exactly where certain things are. as you're seeing, but I know I can do this because I've done it before. Talk box, I go to the vowel, and do I just write it? Do I write it by hand? I don't remember how I write it. That's the part I'm trying to remember is how do I write it? Something to figure out for another day. But either way, or actually, you know what? I wonder if I could do it this way because that might be the easiest way. There it is. So I was overcomplicating it. Okay, I go back to channel mix, I hit the record for rights, and then I go back to the effect. I make sure I have it selected, and then we should be good to go. So I need to set it back to that one. There we go. Right, I'm gonna have to erase a whole lot of stuff because I just wrote all of that in. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna stop for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. Anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit. Like I said, first time doing a live. If you guys think I should do more lives, I'll put up a poll on my community page just to like see what you guys think. I don't normally have too much time to do certain things, but I figured why not try it out. So thank you again for your time. I appreciate it.